Hello, my sweet chemists. We are back. We are looking at the pre-AP chemistry review, acids and bases. And as promised, we're looking at number 22, and I'll follow up with other videos to do through 25. So this one is, a student measures 3.2 grams of a weak unknown acid. It requires 32.15 milliliters of 0.15 molar sodium hydroxide to titrate the solution to the endpoint. What is the molar mass of the acid? So the first thing we need to talk about is what is it asking? What are the steps? What do we know? So if you look in your packet on page 13, molar mass of unknown acids or bases through titrations, we know that, and this is old news, molar mass equals grams divided by moles. Well, we have grams of our acid. So what we really need to know is the number of moles. So we know that molar mass equals grams divided by moles. Old news. The other thing that we know from page 13 is that once you get to the endpoint of the equivalence point, you know that the moles of acids have to equal the moles of the base. This is really important because we can solve for the number of moles of base given our equality, molarity equals moles divided by liters of solution. So we have the molarity, we have the volume, and we solve for moles. And again, I'll just put moles of acid equals the moles of base. So knowing these, and this is how I always start, what do I know? Oh, and we know a lot. So how I start is, let's first start off with, we know the molarity is moles divided by liters of solution, and we need to solve for number of moles. So that's going to be moles equals molarity times the volume. So that is going to be 0.15, and instead of writing molar, I'm going to write moles divided by liters, so we get those units to cancel. Our volume has to be in liters, and that's in milliliters. So that's going to be 0.03215 liters. And again, you can see that our liters and liters are going to cancel. So when we calculate that, we should get 0.0048225, right? Moles. Again, I'm not cutting off any sig figs. I want to make sure I have enough digits. So this is the number of moles of our base. And what do we know about titrations? We know that the moles of our base have to equal the moles of our acid. So that also means that it equals the same number of moles of our acid. Well, if we know the number of moles of our acid, we also know that molar mass equals grams divided by moles. Well, we have the number of grams, 3.2 grams, this is our acid, divided by number of moles, 0.0048225 moles. I know the number of digits seems silly. And we put that in the calculator, divide it, and you should get something like 664, around there, grams per mole. Okay, now let's look back at our sig figs. I have 2 sig figs, I have 4, I have 2. So our answer can only be in 2 sig figs. This 4 is going to make that 6 round. So that will really be 660 grams per mole, or molar mass of the acid.